Yeah. Back in the building, Brooklyn. We back in the map. Tinted reality show, episode number, whatever. It don't even matter. It's Friday. We got a full blown vibe, man. What's good, big homie?
What's good, big bro?
Yes, sir. You
You
know
know
what
what
it
I'm saying?
is, man. Tinted
It's been a
reality show.
fast week for me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm
Come
sorry. Go
on.
ahead.
No, you good, baby. Hey, we vibe. We just gonna let it ride. I was just gonna tell the people where to find us at real quick. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, iHeartRadio, YouTube. You can ask Alexa where we at. She'll find us. You can ask your mama then where we at. She'll find us. You know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets. We living and we loving life. It's a beautiful Friday. I hear you had a beautiful week, my man. And I'm not even gonna hesitate to bring in the big homie. Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, back in the building, back on the Tinted Reality Show. Y'all already
Yeah.
know the author with the most, the New York Times bestseller. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Jeremy Mays
AKA
in the
Mr.
building.
Motivation.
Yes, sir. Mr. Motivation himself. Jeremy Mays is in the building. What's up, brother? Welcome back, man.
What's up, fam? Man, I appreciate it, man. I missed y'all, man. It's been way too long, bro. So
Come on.
I was like, man, look, I see y'all killing the game. I was like, man, look here, bro. Hit me up, man. Let's get on this thing.
I appreciate you coming by, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you reaching out. You already know you got
House
an
ain't been
open
the
seat.
same.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody like, where Jeremy at? Like he busy. He making money moves. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm trying to follow y'all lead, man. Y'all paving the path for me.
Bro, you know
We
what?
just want to be a light on the path, man. That's all.
That's
Hey,
it.
keep lighting it, baby. Keep lighting it.
Hey, that's it, man. I feel like we started as little fireflies on the path. You know what I'm saying? Now
hmm
we at least some solar power lights right about now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We
We
give you a good
progress.
8 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, good for 8 hours. We straight.
saying?
Oh man. You know it's funny you say that, big dog, because I was sitting here and I took a picture of the setup earlier. Me and Rio was talking prior to getting on air. And I took a little screenshot and I was just like, man, and I thought to myself, I was like, I'm so thankful for the humble beginning of this show. You know what I mean? We're doing everything ourselves. We're doing a website. We're doing the audio, the video. The people that are coming along to the team. We're providing equipment. We're doing so many things behind the
The
scenes, to
marketing.
marketing, everything we do, and I'm so thankful for that because I know it is it's paving the way for something better, man. When we in studio at some point, some shape, form, or fashion, and doing major things together, man. So I'm extremely humble. Very appreciative for each and every person. Every week the audience grows, man, and it's amazing to
Yep.
see. And God, I'm just thankful, bro. Real talk, man.
That's what's up, man. Y'all should be proud of that, man, because y'all put in that effort. It's like y'all were saying earlier, man, doing it every week, every day, man, trying to really grind it, man. And the beautiful thing is y'all be able to teach because y'all did it yourselves. You can teach other people
Exactly.
how to do that, and that's the beautiful part,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody wants to go for the shortcut, but you all put in the hard work, which builds legacies, and that's what's amazing about what y'all are
Yep.
doing. So fireflies grow, baby, and y'all are gonna.
Yeah, come on, man. Hey, the firefly sprouting wings out here, man. But hey, my bad. I got on my soapbox, man. What's been good with you, sir? What's been good, man? What's new in the world of the best-selling author, man?
Yeah, man, that soapbox is amazing, bro. So no, look, I want to clean myself and all that, man, all that great. Man, nothing, bro, man, nothing, man. Actually, it's funny you say that, man. I just came back from a conference for my job, and man, I actually presented, and one of the running themes was my book. Right, they were trying to make fun of me because they said I was trying to get autograph sales out there, trying to raise my book stocks, right?
Come on, baby.
Uh, but the cool thing, man, the beautiful thing was, as a black man, right? There's over 350 people there. There was only 12 black people there,
Come
and
on.
I was fortunate enough to be one of the main presenters, right? And that pressure. And here's the thing: I think that, man, it's hard. I don't think people understand the pressure you go through. But I was literally sitting there like, I can't fail, right? Like literally, like I practiced so hard, man. Like I rehearsed so
hmm
many times, man. Like literally up till 1, 2 in the morning, rehearsing to hopefully give it the performance that we expect, right? We
Right.
expect so much from ourselves, and then we represent so much more than just ourselves and our family. You know what I'm saying? So, um, to be on stage in front of over 300 people, man, it was like a dream come true. Number one, right? It's what I was striving for. That's why I wrote the book last year. And then to actually deliver, right? To like deliver a performance where people were like, "Damn, who the hell is that guy?" Right? And like, like that was probably the greatest feeling that I think I've ever had, man. Honestly, professionally, you know what I'm saying? Like it was one of the most, because I told my wife and I was telling my friends, man, it's funny how for us, one moment can define us one way or the other.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Either I'm that typical guy or I'm the exception, you know, and the beautiful thing was not only did I kill it, but I had a young guy that I'm developing and trying to help groom. And man, I brought him on stage and he crushed it with me. So it was like, it was just an amazing performance, man. It was like one of those things where, man, I couldn't stop smiling, bro. I was had no energy. I was dead when I got home, but bro, it was great, man, to go up there, rock it not once but twice, 2 different days, bro, like for 5 hours, It was, but it was amazing, bro. It was amazing. So I'm coming off a huge high, man, and just watching, how that one moment really, it does. They say it doesn't define you, but it really does define you in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
One time to knock it out the park, and it put me on a different platform. Because then after that, everybody was like, "Who's this guy? Hey, I want to talk to you. Where's your book at?" All these questions afterwards till like 1, 2 in the morning, bro. Like I'm dead tired at 1:30, man. I'm just trying to get to the elevator, get to my room. Like, please let me make it. And I got people still asking me questions like, "Hey, man, what about this? What about this?" And I was so blessed, man. That I'm still gonna have that conversation. I'm still humble enough where I'm like, man, I'm gonna have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We walk through, man. And so it's been amazing, man. But it's definitely been eye-opening to be at that place and see so many people and see so few black people. So eye-opening to me, man. And all the black people to realize that, right? Like, it wasn't like they weren't aware. It was like, hey, Fikes. Hey, Real, there's only 12 of us, bro. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
Everybody's very aware of that. And so it was really interesting to see that, man. It's like, damn, and it's just so much pressure because you got to deliver for everybody, not just you, for everybody in that room. You know what I'm saying?
You're our representation in this presentation.
Yes, that's it. That's it. And you got to deliver. You got to deliver, which is, I know, will take us to the Simone Biles thing, but that's what it felt like, man. It felt like, God, like I played sports all my life, man. I get nervous, but that first play, you get ready to go. I remember having to tell myself, like, I was praying, like, Lord, this is the moment I asked for, but shoot, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was taking deep breaths, like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for this moment, So it was crazy, man, to get on stage and see you, like, man, I'm you looking at me. Oh, you too? Oh, okay. You're right. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. And so I can understand, what she felt, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand her feelings, her emotions, and her thought process. And I'll leave it at that.
No, bro, listen, hold on. I'm back up real quick because you got me smiling over here for like the last 7 minutes, man, doing your good feels, man. I swear it does my heart, my soul joy. Like, it just gives it so much joy to hear you say that, because to navigate in this world and to be in these particular spaces where we are numbered and few and feeling that pressure to deliver, bro, that's no small feat. And again, what you said is so powerful that it's either gonna make or break somebody's representation of what a black man is in this world, bro. And it's so crazy how I don't know. Well, matter of fact, I do know, but the way that pressure is on the individual that's in that position to represent is something powerful. And one might say that's an internalized pressure, but it isn't. It isn't, because I feel that society has made it so to where you're gonna get that pressure automatically, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you there to deliver, and if you don't bring the goods, my G, they're gonna be like, I don't even know.
That's why we don't let them do.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, how did he get a main speaking gig at this joint? He brought that shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and then what's so crazy is you'll get it from both ways. You'll get it from, the others in the crowd, and you'll get it from the brothers in the crowd too, because they be like, yo, my man, instead of bigging you up, they'll be looking at you sideways like, yo, you had one job to do, homie.
Right.
Yeah.
But
no, you spot on with that. You spot on with that, bro.
I'm so glad to hear that praise report, brother. I swear, it's just amazing,
Hold on,
man.
let me get
Yeah, go ahead.
So I feel like that was just practice for your next 1,000. You know what I'm saying? First one out the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's a goal. It's not the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Then I feel like when I get in situations like that, I don't even have to hear the song, but the last thing I think before it's time for me to present or anything like that is Jay-Z had a line in the song where he said, "I will not lose."
Yeah.
And then the song go off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what hit me. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, while I am special, I'm not an anomaly.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm one of the ones that had an opportunity.
Yeah.
If you give more of us an opportunity, you'll see more of us that are just like me.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not an anomaly.
Yeah.
I am special, but I'm not an anomaly.
Yeah. That's good, man, and that's really deep. And I think that's the thing that I'm learning more now than I ever did is that we think that we're rare, but we're not. There's more of us.
Right. Yeah,
we
exactly.
have opportunities.
Plenty of us.
And so then that's where that pressure comes from. Once you just like that realization, like, shoot, Rio got this, Fikes got this, shoot. And then you go kill it, you're like, man, so I represent them. I gotta kill this thing so I can at least keep that door open for them. Because if I screw this up, that door is done. Right. Yep. And to your point, it is internalized pressure because you're like, shoot, because it's in your head, man. Like, before I think, man, if you'd asked me that 5-8 years ago, I just been like, man, I got me. It's just me, right?
Yeah.
But now I know I represent a bigger crowd. Like I got kids, right? Like I represent so much more than myself now that you think about all that in every moment. And that's why every moment is so crucial. And you learn how much practicing and preparation, like, man, how important that is. Because if you miss a step, right? Because there's a point on stage where I knew I missed a word, but because I prepped so much, I was like, okay, let me just swerve. I got some swerve off here, Right. But if I didn't do that, I would have been like, man, I'd have screwed this thing up, right?
You've been flustered, right there.
Yeah, and they don't care that you got flustered, man. They're like, hey, man, you better deliver. You know what I'm saying? You better deliver. And our goal, and the thing about us is we can't ever be average, right?
Exactly.
So our tone, our energy, everything has to be, top notch, right? Yep. And so I took ET's class. Matter of fact, I spoke to him a couple times, which was really cool. But at the same time, the thing I realized is you can't be somebody like I can't be Rio, I can't be Fikes. Right. I'm not ET. That's not my style, right? That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Bring your own swag to things.
Yeah, I like to, have a blazer on. That's my style. I like to look good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I look good. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, but helping that other generation of people understand that, right? Is that it's the beautiful part of being able to mentor other people there in that moment, right? Like, hey, I got you. This is what we're gonna do. Yeah. Hey, let's practice this. Hey, this is how you do this. And to see the dedication that we have passed down, because then they had the same work ethic, right? Yep. So when their moment came, I'm tagging them in. Let's go, Fikes. Man, I mean, they killed it, man. It was like, yes, that's what's up, man. Like, that's what's up, and it was like 3 of us in a row, 3 brothers in a row, just bam, 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 and just crushed it to, man, my CEO was like, yeah, that was exactly what the hell I was looking for. And, everybody was just like shocked, like, dude, I ain't, some people knew, but everybody else didn't know I could speak like this. So I was like, oh, shit, this dude is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and it just changed everybody's perspective, right?
Yep.
Like, changed the energy in the room.
Immediately. And people that didn't want to talk to me before, they was talking to me later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens. And even people that I didn't know, Black folks I didn't know, or didn't really speak to me earlier, they spoke to me right afterwards, man, like right afterwards. And that's the power of what we do. And we can galvanize together if we prepare together and then set each other up. You know what I'm saying? We can do so much more. And to your point, Rio, we're not anomalies. We just got to go ahead and we got to be the anomaly in that moment.
Yep.
So we can bring other people along with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
I think Nip said it best when he said how long till opportunity meets preparation. So
Yeah.
you prepared yourself way before that moment, and you just not needed the opportunity. You knew the opportunity was coming, so you were
Yeah.
ready and prepared for it. And I think that's what so many of us do. We keep constantly waiting for that ship to come in instead of swimming out to the ship, and,
Yeah.
and swimming out to
I'll
the
get
ship
ready
is
when I see it coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get ready
You
when
know what I'm
somebody
saying?
tell me
Yeah.
they about to give me something. Like, no, you got to stay in your bag from Jump Street. Once you make your mind up, if this is who you are and what you about and what you about to do, preparation starts then. That mentality starts then. That go get, that grind, that commitment, that dedication starts then. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because once you begin to put yourself in these different lanes, that's when the opportunity present themselves. They don't present themselves just
Yeah.
willy-nilly. You got to be heard, you got to be acknowledged, you got to be seen. You have to have that presence, that aura, that unconscious light that you're giving off to give other people permission to do the same. You have to
Absolutely.
have that through your preparation, and that's when the opportunity comes, brother. And
Man, that's
God, I'm so
powerful.
happy to hear you say that, man. That's amazing, dog.
That's
They
powerful, bro.
they gave Jordan credit for not taking the night off. You know what I'm saying? This might be the first time somebody ever get to see me live, so I'm gonna put on the show. And I think a lot of us carry that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's not really just a Jordan thing. That's like I guess a black man thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you put me on stage, you're gonna get the best of me that day.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we all do that.
And you spot on with that, and I think that's the thing is that, to your point, Fikes, it wasn't. I got that moment because in a smaller room, I
Yeah,
delivered the same energy,
yeah,
and I did it multiple times, and they were like, "Yeah, you gotta go on stage now." But had I not done it in a smaller room with 10 people,
yep.
I would have been in front of 350 people. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
bro.
You put in the reps. You put in
Yeah.
the reps.
You got to
But
do the reps. Man. I like that.
and man, just talk literally. And the thing is, people don't know. I mean, I talk to myself all the time. I know I sound like an idiot, but I'm in my car talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I used to practice interviews and
yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
just practicing what I'm gonna say, or if I hear something, if I hear like one of y'all shows, I'll practice what I would say if you asked me that question. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So it's like nonstop. Like, okay, let me see what they're saying. Okay, how would I have answered this? I'd have said this. Okay, man, Rio would have said that. You know what I'm saying? Like you do that, and it sounds
Mhm.
stupid, but that's literally what I do all the time. So that if that moment is given, I'm ready to go. You know, like
No
always
doubt.
ready to go.
Even when you can't get in the gym, you gotta do those mental reps.
Gotta do the mental reps,
Ooh,
baby.
come on, baby. Those are the most important ones right there. Come on, man.
Exactly.
See, y'all with this show about to turn into a whole different thing, man. Y'all got me vibing right now,
Yeah,
dog.
don't hold it
Because
back, let it go.
no, I swear, and it's so enlightening that we having this part of this conversation because I think even at my job, and I'm sure Rio can attest, we're so underrepresented in so many different fashions, bro, in
Yeah,
so many categories and departments and across multiple organizations
yeah,
across the world, man.
yeah,
And
bro.
when you in that space to be that one, you know what I'm saying, you got to have the goods, bro. It's
Yep.
not you can't be lackluster. Even in my job, I show up every day hungry. Like my mentality when I got in my truck is that ain't nobody up in this building about to outwork me today.
No doubt, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna deliver the way I deliver today. My style, my swag is gonna be infectious, and I'm gonna make people want to hear it every single day of the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's my motivation when I come up in that joint because we don't have the opportunity, or we're not afforded many opportunities, I should say, to mail it in.
no,
You got
Right.
you know, you like you said, MJ never mailed it in. Like right now, Russell Westbrook, he doesn't mail it in.
he
Yeah,
doesn't.
exactly.
He's 100 miles an hour every night. You're gonna get
Yep.
that ticket price off jump when he plays, bro. And I
Yeah,
think that's how we have to take that same mentality, whether we're working at fucking Subway, whether we're working at, you know what I mean, the car wash, because through those reps, right? To Rio's point, through those reps
Yep.
is where we're gonna find our greatness, man. You know, everybody can't hit a home run every day, bro. You gotta get on first. You gotta get
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
sometimes you gotta get out of the dugout, B. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You
yeah.
got
No
you gotta
doubt.
But
you gotta earn the opportunity to
if
swing
you
the
never
bat.
take that swing, you'll never know how far you can hit it.
Yeah,
100, bro.
yeah,
That 100, man. And to that in that same vein, I like the way we was gonna segue earlier, but that thing has so much life in it. I'm sure we're gonna circle back around
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
when we talked about Simone Biles, right, and the pressure, right, that she felt during in Tokyo, and I could attest to that. Just being so the majority, like I had at some point, right? I had been in the military longer than I've been alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If numbers wise, right? So it was like, damn, I've been in over half of my life at that point. And so I think as a leader, when you got America's sons and daughters in Iraq and Afghanistan and all these different foreign countries, and you have to bring the goods every single day. And
Yeah.
so if stuff goes wrong, they looking at you to lead them out of it. And so I felt that that's how she felt to an extent where everybody looking for me to bring home the gold. What if I don't have it today? You know what I'm saying? Or what if am I not as a professional afforded to have an off day? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And for the, I think we said she had twisties or something to that effect. She
Yeah.
knew. I think what she did by saying, "Hey, you know what? Raising my hand. Hey, look at me. I'm not 100. And if I go out here and continue to fault, I'm going to hurt the team.
Yeah.
Put somebody in there that may not be up to my caliber, but at least they're fundamentally sound right now because they're in a better headspace.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fucking leader to me. That is an absolute 100% leader. And so, hat off to that sister for doing that because she could have sucked it up and could have went out there and hurt herself, you know, missing a landing flat on her face or back of her ass. And I just felt that so many, and the social media feed is just bonkers over this. Is so many people didn't understand that, and you know what I mean. To me, that would have been a given in any other
Yeah.
profession.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to that sister, and that's not just her. Even if LeBron take a rest night, kids like, oh, he trash because he ain't playing. What you want this man to do? Be you're like, is he not human? Is she not human? You know, I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
understand the criticism. You guys' thoughts? What you got?
Go ahead. I guess I'm let Jeremy go first.
Man, you know what? I hate to go, man. I hate to tell you, I'm so conflicted, right? And I hate to be honest like that and tell you I'm conflicted
No,
because
please. It's a Tinted reality show. If you
Yeah.
can't say it here, then what can you say it at?
yeah, man, I don't know how to feel about it. Like one minute I feel this way, the next minute I feel a certain way, because my initial reaction was like, that's not what leaders do. We don't quit. But then I understand she was trying to protect her team at the same time. But then I was like, going back to your point, Fikes, if you quit that day on your team, what happens on that watch? All right. And then it was like, what happens to your point? If LeBron's in the championship, he ain't hurt, and he says, "Hey, I need a mental break." Like, what happens then? Like, he doesn't get that benefit she gets, right? The Super Bowl, Tom Brady says, "Man, I ain't got it." Like, they don't get that luxury. You know what I'm saying? So, and for I think what bothered me the most is because I have a daughter,
Mhm.
and I was like, I want her to speak up, but I also want her to be ready for pressure in the moment. She's a goat.
Yeah.
She's built for that. She was built for that moment. Like that, she was built for that moment, and she's not. She's been built up to be not human. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she's the goat.
But
Goat. She's not.
everybody outside of her built her up to that, not her.
Yeah, yeah. Facts.
You
Those
know
are
what I'm saying?
facts. Those are facts. And so it's hard. It's hard because I'm like, I get it. She
Mhm.
did the right thing for the team. It just doesn't feel right, if that makes sense. It just didn't feel right.
I understand.
Because I guess if you were asking me to said if you said, Jeremy, man, I need you to deliver in this game, I'm nervous, right? But I'm like, shit, I gotta go. Like you get past that nervousness, but I also understand her sport's a little bit dangerous, so I'm gonna knock her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking her. I'm not knocking her, but it didn't feel right. It's like I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me.
All
I
right.
understand what you're saying, and because you gotta, we've been taught to suck it up, and you know, pressure makes
Yeah,
diamonds and all this shit for so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
long, man. But
yeah,
I think when you're in that capacity, right? LeBron can not be 100% mentally and go 2 for 14, and Cassie be like, well, he had 5 assists. You know, he is. You know what I'm saying? So even if he's
yeah,
not on top of his game, but in her particular profession, man, you at the whims of your revelations of your mental status to know where that ground is, and so I think it was a different concept, man, in terms of
yeah,
if you're not 100%, then you don't show up, like because you could kill your damn self. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
I understand that, like I understand the confliction because initially I was kind of like, well, what's happening here? And then as you know, the story started to develop more and more, and she even put out a video of her practicing trying to get those revelations, those revolutions down for those flips and twists, and kept smacking her ass. Imagine if that was doing the actual thing, she would have been hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think at some point, even though the GOAT, she's the greatest, it'd be probably one or either two more Olympic games before the people that she compete against are able to do the things that she's doing right now.
It's legit.
Like I mean, she's that ahead of her game to where they penalize her because they don't know even how to grade her, because she doing things that she shouldn't be able to do. And so I think when you add all that stuff up to the bat, it's like, okay, I don't want to bow out, but I got to do what's best for me, because I don't owe anybody anything. You know what I mean? And so I knew that took a lot of kahunas to do, man. But again, I think the people in the media, I should say, that see you're conflicted from an honest space. You know what I'm saying? And that's legit. I can respect that. You know, you got to, because that's real stuff. As a competitor, you play football. How many times have you played hurt? A million times. And I think at that point, it wasn't even about being nervous. You know what I mean? Because she's been nervous. She's been on the big stage before. And I don't think it was about nerves. I just think if the headspace ain't there, it's not there. Don't chance it, because you may not never flip again, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
but
real.
The people that was criticizing her and dragging her through the mud, but you don't give about your country. Like, these are fat dudes behind keyboards, bro. Like, you go flip then. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I was like, yo, how you gonna judge somebody? I would never, bro. And I would say this is about Fikes personally. I would never stand in judgment of somebody who can't do what the fuck I do. Period. Full stop. Yeah. If you can't do what I do and do it at the level that I do it, I don't even hear you, B. I don't even hear you. You know what I'm saying? It's like Venus and Serena. If you ain't going out there hitting that ball 100 miles an hour, you can't critique my game, dog. It's like, you know what I mean? So I mean, that's why I stand. I know you had something, Rio. My bad.
No, you good, bro. I think people forget that she tried to do the floor exercise and she was off. Now imagine your whole team been training for this for 4 years and you're not locked in mentally.
You can't take that away from them.
Why am I gonna stand in your way if I'm not locked in mentally?
Yes, sir.
That's ego.
Yes, sir.
So I played baseball. So look at it. I used to pitch. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm having an off game on the mound, I'm giving up hits, I'm giving up runs. The coach gonna have to pull me out because my ego ain't gonna let me come out.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so big of her to be like, look, I don't have it today.
Yeah.
Yep. That don't mean I won't have it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But today I don't have it. You gotta get me out of here.
Yeah.
I'm a detriment to the team. And she done played hurt before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she didn't advertise it. She didn't advertise it because that's not what athletes do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They tuck it, they grin and bear it. You know what I'm saying? Dude, so I really get the fact that she could step aside and say, hey, we got you members of the team for a reason. You're not here just to cheer me on. Let's go get this medal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is not the Simone Biles show. This is us. Dude,
yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a recent example. When Devin Booker went for like 2 for 18 in like game 3 or something like that. He went for like 2 for 18. He didn't play from the third quarter all the way to the fourth. Coach is like, yo, bro, it ain't tonight. Let somebody else in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happens it really happens all the time, man. But I just felt that at that particular
everybody not gonna have a Jordan flu game, man.
No.
I know that's the standard, but that's a high ass standard.
I would not want to be measured against that. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to be.
Nah, I love it. I think y'all hit some really good facts there, man. So I can't debate that. I cannot debate that.
Come on, man.
Come on,
that's what happened when you let me go last.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I hear what you're saying. Y'all hit some things. And you're right. You know, I can't do anything she can do. Right. You know, and I just I think I was more concerned about the message overall, because I'm saying this, and this is gonna sound bad, but it's like, you know.
If you got to start your sentence with that shit.
because we're so quick to say
Right.
this is wrong. Hey, I'm hurt. I'm mentally. But it's like, is it really, or is it just because it's a little pressure, right? Like, what I'm saying. I'm not saying she felt that way. I'm not saying that. Maybe it was because she got goat on her leotard. She's goat is what she is. Maybe it was, but we're so for a generation that's quick to, man. I listen to my daughter say, "I got this." I'm like, what? I ain't never even heard of that, right? And I'm not saying she's not factual, but because there's so many people willing to say, "I got this or that," they're quick to say it without trying to push through anything, right? Like, we didn't have that luxury, man. Our parents were like, "Hey, man, you better get your foot out there and figure it out," right? But we tend to be so lenient to, "Oh man, I need this, I need that. This is wrong with me." Are we sure? The thing that I learned is that people are quick to say mental illness or things like that, or mental well-being, because especially when it comes to emotions, we don't have a deep vocabulary. We have it's so thin. We don't say very much, so we don't know. And so I'm not saying she didn't feel that way. What I'm saying is that it just makes me nervous that we say, "Hey, I need a mental break." Well, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for you, Fikes? You got to provide for your family, right? I need a mental break. I'm done. I'm not gonna work. Like, no, that's not how we do things. That's not how life is. Like, we have to persevere. There's times I've had anxiety. I've had all these emotions that we all have. But as a man, I'm still gonna provide for my family. No matter what I gotta do, I'm gonna have that emotion. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna figure it out. I may vent it out, but then I gotta get right back to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? So that's my concern. My overall big concern was, it's just, man, I need a mental break. Well, what does that mean, right? Like, and just because I guess here's the thing. What y'all saying is big facts, but 90% of people don't see the big facts. They see the 10% headline. And they're going to gravitate to the headline and think, well, okay, I'm good. I have Simone Biles, what she had, I got. I'm out, right? Like,
I got that. Simone.
yeah, because that's what that's what this new generation does, right? Like, they skip all the heavy part. They're going to point to I got Simone, I got Biles, whatever, I got the Biles, right? Like, I got that. That's what it's going to be. And so that was my knee-jerk, immediate reaction, like, oh, no. Like, no. And that does not take away from what she did. I'm not trying to diminish her.
No doubt.
She did it, but that was my knee jerk. I don't think it's her. I think it was just kind of the message and the wording that bothered me.
I think
I mean, you got to think about it too, that she supports her whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she understood how big this moment.
Yeah.
She couldn't lie. I mean, like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like,
I'm
when you're used to doing 3 and 4 twisties and you can only do 1.5. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just became mortal.
Yeah.
And you still can't even land those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even landing what normal people land.
Yeah.
I just think being innovative takes a toll on you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will say this to your point, because your point is so valid, and in terms of the people that are coming behind us, right? The kids are coming behind us, and the potential message that it could send. I think that this is individual based, right? Because we looking at this particular incident, we don't even know how many times she went out there and gave 1,000%, even though she wasn't 100%. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, in terms of our generation, I think that our vocabulary on this matter is so narrow, because all we've been told from the previous generation is shut the fuck up and suck it up. Yeah. So I think that there's a reason.
What to drive on?
Yeah, there's a reason why our vocabulary is only within this particular box on this matter, man. And in terms of mental health, I think
our limited sensibilities.
Yeah. From an individual standpoint, is that your perseverance is going to come. Like, it's going to come with living. There are some things that you're going to push through. Like, my 13-year-old, when I was 13 and him being 13, it's two different 13s, dog. You know what I'm saying? We had we getting it from different places, B, like, real shit. And so I constantly, and I have this moment of clarity every time I'm getting in his ass about something, of him being 13 or just doing typical what is considered today 13-year-old type behavior, because I compare it to me being 13, and it's apples and oranges. So I can't. It's hard for me to say when or hard for anybody to say that this person is not really having a mental health issue right now, or they just at the point, because I don't know how much shit they sucked up before they got to this point. You know what I'm saying?
The file cabinet already full.
Yeah, if it's already at that level, and I think that's when we look at society at large, all the stuff that we're seeing right now, I think that it's the trauma in these people's lives being displayed in full front of, whether you see a Karen spazzing out at the daggone supermarket, whether you see somebody in the hood doing some crazy shit. It's like all of this stuff culminates and they suck it up for so long and they don't get help for so long, they don't get treatment for so long. It doesn't make anybody, again, perseverance is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be cut from steel in a lot of professions these days, bro, because the world don't give a shit about your mental health issue.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Don't nobody at work care about what the fuck Fikes going through that particular day. You showed up,
Right.
I expect you to do the goods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how many times can I show up on empty and expect it to operate as if I'm on a full tank? So if I say I'm taking this mental health break, that's what I'm doing. Fuck that. That's
Yeah.
just what
Yeah.
I'm doing, because I'd rather
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that and then to go up in this joint and spaz out on somebody. You feel me? And all it is I'm stressed about something that happened weeks ago that I never dealt with, or years ago that I never dealt with, or somebody triggers
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? So I think right now there's a particular balance to be had. To your point, Jeremy, there's a particular balance to be had in terms of how we respond as we getting up in age, right? So as a seniors in a lot
Yeah.
of these situations, man, especially when it comes to our children and whoever we're coach molding and mentoring throughout our daily lives, is that
Yeah.
we have to be that common denominator to say, okay, let's talk through it, let's walk through it, because right now, look at people don't go to mental health professionals. Where they go to the barbershop, they go to the beauty shop. I call
Right.
Rio, like, yo, bro, I'm having a tough one. You know what I mean? People they look for these avenues to discuss what they're going through, and many times in subconscious or subliminal messaging. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's up to the people that you got in your circle to recognize, yeah, my man is off today. I know when Rio off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He know when I'm off. You know what I'm saying? Like like
Yeah.
real shit. And so I think that's the relationships in terms of taking care of one another that we got to develop. But I guarantee you, she was feeling
can't be scared to ask the hard question.
100%. She was feeling that way or having that issue, because if you look at the trials prior to the Olympics, she was kind of off kilter. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah. She
guarantee
was.
you, she had been sucking that up to that point, and it just the situation
Yep.
came to a head.
That's,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You got the.
And speaking as somebody from the drink water drive on generation,
Yeah,
I
to
play
us it's like,
quarterback too,
yeah,
and I have migraines a week, and the doctor can't figure out why, but it could be all them hits I took. Where I'm seeing stars, and they're like, "You good?" And you just taught that he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
keep me in the game." And
yep.
now that shit catching up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No
Because
doubt.
you just
if
never know.
you would have went home on some soft shit.
Oh yeah, first of all, I had to fight a ride home because
Yeah,
dad wouldn't let me in the truck.
I'm gonna make
You
that
know
boy
what I'm
tough. He gonna have to
saying?
walk home after the game, man.
Yeah,
But
go on, chase the truck.
I, I'm so thankful that we're recognizing this now, just as a society,
Mhm.
and it doesn't mean this generation is weak or anything like that. If anything, I
They more
think,
aware.
because think about this, right? Think about the generation before us, our generation, right? Our old heads. Where did they get the information that they taught us from?
The
Hey,
community.
they got it from them Jim Crow cats. So it's a whole
Yeah.
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 different
Yeah.
mentality. You know what I'm saying? My dad is
Yeah.
60 plus. He got it. Think about the people that he got the game from. Shit, the 60-year-old that he got the
Yeah.
game from lived in a different time. So, and again, and me and
Yep.
Rio always refers to this generation as the bridge generation. It's incumbent upon us, right, to say this is what you're going through and helping these young kids recognize what it is they're actually going through. You know what I mean? Like, are you
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
and out, or are you just nervous? You know, we have to be. Well,
Right.
we don't have to be the counselor, but we have to at least be that sounding board to hear them out. You know what I mean?
And also the person that helps them realize oh, this is just pregame jitters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I play, I might be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you got to play through,
Some things.
and then there's some stuff you can't play through because it's dangerous for you.
Yeah.
You got to help them find that balance.
No,
You can't be quick to pull them out of something because they say, "Oh, mom, I'm just not into it today." Like, oh no, your ass signed up. You gonna play.
Yeah.
You gonna at least try.
I remember being downrange, man, when soldiers have some hard, because you know your troops. When they going through hard stuff back home, and you got that killer in Afghanistan, bro, and you know, hey,
Yes.
mission leads at 0-3. You're kind of like, I'm probably shouldn't take him out today. He's not there
Yeah.
because when the bullets start flying, how's he going to react? Because he's not in the right headspace. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if it's like a 4-second delay on
come
their
on,
thinking.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I done pulled plenty of cats off the road because of that. Hey, man, you know, I know you're going through X, Y, Z, brother. Just, hey, call home, man. Call mama, man. You know what I'm saying? Like fall back. It's the mission that happened, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is what it is, bro. It's what we are,
No,
man. Yeah.
I get it, and I think what you're speaking is volumes. And my wife and I had this discussion earlier, and I love what you said. We're the bridge generation to many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just the mental well-being,
Right.
but also the the career-wise, right? And about all the different things that we're starting to learn. We don't have excuse for not doing more, but our kids really won't. Now we know more, so now we got to expose them to more. So whether it's mental, well-being, whether that's, what to do with sports, what to do with your personal business, how to develop your business. There's so many things that our generation is now responsible for.
Yeah.
It's almost like we have the biggest burden. To your point, the generation before us only knew to work hard, and that's what they instilled in us. And now we've got to break that. Like, okay, now, yeah, we can work hard.
Boss up.
Yeah, now it's time to change, but we got to tweak some things a little bit
Yes, sir.
to become a little bit more efficient and to be able to grow our legacies and our families. You know what I'm saying? So I think that bridge word is perfect for what our generation really is to soak as much knowledge, to sharpen each other up as much as possible so that we can really take care of those coming after us.
And expand their possibilities.
Yes.
I understand that there's jobs out there you may have never heard of or never thought you can
I'm telling you, man.
accomplish. I for example, I had a neighbor, kid younger than me. This dude was the dude in the tower at the airport.
Air traffic controller.
Air traffic controller. I'm like, he driving a BMW or Mercedes. He bought a new house, and I'm like, bro, what you doing there? Like, I didn't even know that was you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I know the tower exists. Never thought about working in the tower.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like he opened my eyes to that. And just like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's a good life.
No, like no doubt. When I went to this new job, right, and I was used to being, the leader in the field, developing people. But then when I went to the corporate office, it's totally different, right? And you see all these different jobs working together, and then I see a lot of people bring their sons, their daughters in for internships, for different jobs, and real estate and sales and more. And I'm like, man, we don't know nothing about that, right? Like we're not really into that type of stuff, but
exactly.
They get them started early, right in college. Hey, and they're making networks already and connections. Yep. So that they're good once to go after that, man. I was like, man, that's where the game's at, right? It's not what we're doing. It's really getting up there, learning, and being able to put our kids in better situations to where they can grow and be successful, But it was just eye-opening to me because we don't see that so much because we're so used to being just that grinder. Let's work. But I'm like,
put your head down and just work.
Yeah, now I put my head up like, whoa, what's going on? What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how y'all doing. That's how y'all doing that. Okay, I need to get a part of that.
See, I think it's so powerful in your observations, sir. Because again, we got the game from the cast that all you had to do was have a work ethic and a strong back, right? That's where we got it from. But I love where we are. Listen, I'm telling y'all, man, what a time to be alive, dog. What a fucking time to be alive. Because I promise you, the answers to the test have all but been revealed at this point, from my understanding, right? There's so many things that the onions are being peeled back on how the rich, right, the quote unquote upper class individuals, how they've been able to formulate generational wealth. The onion is peeled back. I think right now
Yeah.
we in full blown recognition of the game, and I
Yeah.
think a lot
Yeah.
of things that you're seeing in society is predicated on those points. There's a reason why you have these news maxes and these Fox News, and it ain't just political the way they're trying to navigate, man, because their puppet masters, right, are pulling these strings in weird ways because
Mm-hmm.
the dude, the little wizard behind the curtain on the Wizard of Oz, we see him now. The
Yeah.
generation before, all they
Yep.
had was the man, right? The man. Like, who the fuck is the
Yeah.
man,
Exactly.
B? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So,
I love
so right
it.
now, when we are,
Yeah.
we got so much smart technology at our fingertips. Like, man, like my brother calling me right now. We got so much stuff at our fingertips, man, that we can be entrepreneurs, we could be real estate guys, we can invest in the
Yeah.
stock market. I'm in the stock market deep right now, and half the education I got on the matter is only from YouTube. Like, it's free game alert out here for everybody. And I
Yeah.
think we are
Free
here
university.
in a, yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are here in a position to, like you said about, how they bringing their sons and daughters, teaching them game. Like, we are here in a position right now to leverage our 9 to 5s to build generational wealth and assets.
Yep.
From,
Yep.
like, right
Yeah.
now, we're working right now. Like, I don't know how much you make an hour, Rio, but I know that Rio is worth more than that. You see what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I know what I make an hour. I'm worth 20 times more than that. However,
Yeah.
right? Again, I'm getting my reps in. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm getting my reps in because
Yeah.
when we do it, we gonna do it, bro. And that's any and everybody. Don't
Yeah.
don't 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 be so caught up in your 9 to 5 and think that's the end of your chapter, dog. Your book is just starting. That's a stepping
Yeah.
stone for your evolution, man, for your progression. That's where it is, dog.
No doubt. I love it.
I work in a corporate environment to get lessons for when we create a corporate environment.
Come on.
I can take what I learned into that environment and make it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No doubt,
100%.
man. Like that's
And it
that's
takes it takes a level of recognition and observation to understand to
Yep.
navigate these spaces, right? Like we aware now. You know what I mean? And so it baffles
right.
me when I see young brothers still not motivated, still not driven, still not recognizing again the power of their influence and where they are in this physical space that we were currently operating in. It baffles me like somebody told me the other day, I don't know what the hell it was. Somebody said something. This dude went to jail for selling crack. I was like, people still sell crack? like
Right.
like I was so
Yeah.
I was so taken aback. And I'm not naive, but as long as there are people
Yeah.
that want to do drugs, there are people that who going to sell drugs. I get that.
Exactly.
Supply and demand, right? But
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we like yo, hold on, time out. We still on crack?
We
Like
probably left that in the 90s.
No
come
doubt.
on,
No
B.
doubt.
Like, you mean tell me this
Yeah.
this is a younger brother now. This is a younger brother. So my thought process was like, well, everything, all the technological advancements, man, and all the free game that's been given right now. You had nobody in the 60s. These cats ain't had nobody out here. They ain't have a YouTube. They ain't have a
Yeah.
earn your leisure podcast. They didn't have all these different
Shout out
things.
to them.
Yo, shout out to Earn Your
Man,
Leisure, man. I love them brothers. They didn't have them
they have a
guys like
tenant.
that. You know what I mean? They didn't have a Wall Street trapper showing you how to invest in stocks. So it
Yeah.
baffles me
But
that these dudes still out here doing dumb shit when they have all of these resources free, unlimited.
but it goes back to what we always talk about is who's in your circle. What kind of
Mm.
conversations are you having?
Yep. That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Look,
Or you hanging around as drug dealers, what you gonna pursue?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drug.
Yeah. I got
So
two.
you gotta change the conversation in your circles.
Yeah. Two things on it, Rio, and I think the first one is that um, that it's super important that that as you have to elevate your circle, right?
Come on.
Especially at this
Mhm.
point, like you have to be around people that if y'all are all saying the same thing, that's a problem, right?
Come
Like
Right.
on.
I never forget, man. It was a couple years ago. As I started learning stocks and things like that. My conversations changed, right? Like
Mhm.
I love sports, but dude, I don't watch sports like that no more. I don't, man. I'm not yeah, I'm a Longhorn fan. I'm gonna talk trash, but I ain't watch nothing. I don't really care. Like I'm just like, man, whatever. It is what it is, right? But it's because all that matters to me now is like, man, I'm more interested in engaged in how do I make more money?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
How do I build something else? So my conversations, I don't want to talk about sports all day. I'm like, dude, I don't want to talk about that. Like, let's talk about something else.
Yeah,
Like, how do
you
I
ain't
get
earning
better?
money talking about sports,
Yeah,
B. That's somebody
yeah,
else's passion.
Exactly.
correct. Because time is money, man. I'm like, shoot, let's get this money, man. Like, what can we build together? Let's do that, right? And so if you're not around a circle that's trying to build something together, that's a problem, right? Like, let's build something together. We can talk. Let's talk about that. Let's spend time about wasting time. If we're gonna waste time, let's waste time talking about something that's gonna build us.
Come
Man,
on.
that's all I'm not gonna waste time talking about somebody else's money. That I ain't getting
Come
no
on.
Longhorn, no Crimson Tide money. I ain't getting no Jerry Jones ain't giving a dime up, right? So
Come on.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something that's gonna make us money. And the second part of that really is, you know, the the scary part of this generation that's coming up is that they did a lot of stuff is quick, right? YouTube, if they do some goofy stuff, it's quick.
Yep.
And so if they don't learn the balance of being able to work hard and do research and study, because man, YouTube's a free university, you still got to work, you still got to study, you got to pay attention, you still got to build that thing up. I think that's a scary part is that we have the balance of being able to be taught demanded to work hard, so we know that part. And the hard part for us was about being more diverse and learning the technology and all that.
Yep.
There's going to be the option. They're going to know the technology already, right? Like my daggone 2-year-old is working the iPad and iPhone better than me. But when we get the work ethic, that's the key, right? Like that's my brain. Is that as a community, especially, we have to make sure that we keep the structure solid as we continue to go, because we give so much because we want to give more than what we had, but forget to give them structure and sound structure routines. Because one thing I preach at work and in life is that, man, if you have structure, then you can become creative. If you have no structure, you can't become creative, because then you have you're going a little bit everywhere. But structure allows you to get systems and get organized. If I'm just looking at my stocks every day at this time, okay, now all of a sudden, once I get that down, I can become creative.
And you can lock into it.
Exactly.
It's like your body's used to doing it, so now it's lock into it.
Yep.
And then you see things differently now because I've got structure down, because now I can venture out. If I'm building a business if me, Rio, and Fikes are building a business together and we get our structure down, okay, I know how Rio works, Fikes does this well, okay, we got the structure, then we can start being creative, say, hey, Fikes, I need you to do this, Rio, I got this, I'm gonna do this. We create, we got a structure, but we got to learn, make sure that everybody learns that you got to have a foundation first. Still got to get structured. YouTube's, all these things, you have so many tools, but be balanced and structured, because then things aren't always going to go right. And the first time it goes wrong, you're like, oh, I'm out, right? Like, you still got to have that structure and understand I still need to work hard. And the other thing is, I definitely tell people, man, is people always say, man, I don't want to work for myself. I just want to work for myself. I'm like, you don't work for yourself. You don't. Right. If you have a business, you don't work for yourself. You work for somebody. Your clients are still running you, right? Because if they say I need this, right? Like that's just when I owned Painting with Twist, man, the clients ran the show, right? Like, yeah, we put a product out, yeah, it's my Painting with Twist, but man, they had to show up. We had to do stuff to make them want to come there.
Yeah.
So, man, it's important that they understand as a young entrepreneur that you still work with somebody. But also working that corporate life or that regular job helps you build a foundation so that you can be successful in that entrepreneur. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody thinks I can just go be an entrepreneur, but if you don't have any structure, you're not gonna be successful out there.
100%, bro. Again, that's the difference between. Oh, go ahead, Real.
Oh no, you got it.
No, I was just saying to your point. That's the difference between being self-employed and being a business owner.
Yeah.
If you self-employed, guess what? You at Painting with a Twist, and you doing those things to bring people to your business. If you're a business owner, you on the beach with your feet in the sand, and that money still coming in because it's passive. That's the difference. You know, you want to get to the business owner The owner of Walmart is not in there checking people out, bro. He's not self-employed like that. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
somewhere collecting his royalties every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the difference. And I think that's you talk about life, like hashtag life goals. Like that's where the point as an entrepreneur,
Absolutely.
everybody want to be. When you're asleep, you're making money. When you're on the
Mhm.
beach, you're making money. When you're at your kids'
When
basketball
you're on
game or
vacation.
football game, you're on vacation, you're making
Yeah.
money. That's when business owners are making freaking money. That
Yeah. Yeah.
self-employed cat, he's sitting there looking at the jobs or the number of ACs he got to go fix today. He owns his
Mhm.
own business, but
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
self-employed. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
there's levels, no doubt, bro.
I think these kids are good at being microwaves and not ovens.
Mm,
You know what I'm
speak on it.
saying? Like
Go ahead.
they they know how to operate when the lights are there. But what happens when the lights stop or they don't exist? Do you give up or do you persevere? Do you try to find new ideas,
Yeah.
find new ways to market it? You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what they don't. A lot of them don't have. I'm not gonna say all. A lot of them don't have
Mm.
because it's easier to quit.
Absolutely.
Oh, I tried it once. It didn't work.
I'm
It's easy to quit.
Seth, you find out you find
Read
out you was allergic to quitting.
exactly. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad 10 times. You gotta be willing to fail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it, man.
Bro, that's some man. Look here, look hashtag free game alert. I don't know why I'm hashtagging.
Come on, man.
I think it's because we're talking about the new generation, man. It's like golly, and again, to give this game or the game that we get and receive, even our generation for free, it's there. And,
Mhm.
and I urge and employ every single body out there to do your research, study your game up, man. You gotta be Steph, dog. You gotta be in the gym putting up 100 shots before practice and after practice,
Thousand,
dog. That's
thousand.
that you gotta have 1,000 or whatever the case is. Shit, 2 million. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
have to put that time in. You have to put the reps and you have to see that ball going in the net. And I think right now we live in a space where people don't want to invest the time to see the ball going in the net. Back to your
Yeah.
microwave
Yeah.
point, that instant gratification. Even social media,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
instant gratification. Those likes, they instantaneously.
Mhm.
You put a picture out there, people like me, yay! It's instant. You
Yeah. Yeah.
understand their response. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, like real life, reality, not tinted reality, but just reality, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to put that work in, and it's a long, hard road, dog. It really is. It's a long, hard
Yeah.
road, and you got to be willing to invest your time, your effort into your future, into your kids' future. I don't get up and go to
Sometimes your money.
and yeah, your money.
You
You got to
know
make
what
it.
I'm saying? You
But
gotta back it with your money.
that being said, though, because so many times our generation we looked at money as something we can go buy something with. You know what I'm saying? Like we in the point right now. I think that where we looking at money, our generation, a lot of us entrepreneurially, we're looking at money as what it can do for us and not what it can buy us.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a
It's
Yeah.
virtual,
that's a
yeah.
huge. I don't go to work at my 9 to 5 to buy dumb shit. Like I called Rio the other day, like, yo, I'm buying another camera for this podcast because I want to invest more. I want to put more quality into the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
production. You know what I mean? And as
Yeah.
we talk, we say, hey, man, we're going to invest in this X, Y, and Z to bring these other shows onto Tinted Reality Media. Like we
Yep.
had these conversations, and it's not for me and him. Me and him, we can have these conversations whether this camera on or not. We shoot the shit, throw it on, and just if you listen to it,
Exactly.
God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But we trying to invest into what we're trying to build, and that takes time,
Absolutely.
money, and commitment. You know what I'm saying? Get to the position where your money is working for you. It ain't sitting in the bank. You ain't put it on Gucci. You ain't put it on
Mhm.
Balenciaga.
Do that.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
put it to work and it made you more money. Money is an
And
asset.
we also understand how many future podcasters are listening to us, watching us.
Yeah.
So we got to raise their ceiling. We got to raise their bar, what they expect. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? The equipment we're using this year is definitely not gonna be the equipment
Nope.
we using next year.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know what I'm
Th-
saying?
th-
So like well, they need to see our growth so they know it's okay to start using a laptop microphone and
Yeah. Start
webcam. You know what
small.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
then you graduate to the blue yeti. You know what I'm saying? Then you graduate to the what's that Michael Jackson joint you got?
You know, I got that Shure. I'm rocking that Shure 7D. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
I'm out here in these streets.
So yeah, so it's levels. Like we always say, especially fights, there's levels to this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Always,
Yeah, I
bro.
but
love
we
that.
gotta show you the levels.
I love that. I love that.
Because
Always.
people always want to show you the finish line.
No doubt. No
But
doubt.
here, this was our starting point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Bruh,
and then watch us grow from there.
on God, bro. Ain't nobody never got it from the mud that didn't get dirt on their hands, bro.
Exactly.
nobody that got it from the mud didn't get their hands dirty, B. Jeremy
Yeah.
is out here. Jeremy doing his thing. Guess what? He's showing the work up every day. He putting the work in every day. He's presenting
Mm-hmm.
himself in a manner in which people want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
You
Not
got
only
you
that, he
got your
made
hands dirty.
sacrifices in his life
Yeah.
Yeah.
to where to make his dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Creating
Mhm.
that first book.
No doubt. No doubt. But like you said, Fikes, bro, I'm the first one in the building, bro.
Come on, bro.
That have stuff, and I'm not. They're like, hey man, you ain't gotta be here this early. You don't.
Yeah.
Right.
I
You know what
got
I'm
to
saying?
I got a standard.
I got a
Right.
standard, and I got people that I need to set standard so they can make sure they continue doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no doubt, bro. You got to set. We have to be the standard in everything we do, man. We really do. We are, to your point, we're not unicorns, but we are unicorns in that
Mhm.
in that stratosphere. And so we got to make sure that we sprinkle that fairy dust so everybody sees that, and then we can bring people on with us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about, bro.
I
You
gotta
can't be away for next time for so long.
look, man. I gotta stop losing my stuff on it because I be forgetting we do YouTube, right? I gotta stop losing my shit when y'all be giving me them dimes. Listen, bro. When I
Hey, man, that's
I
you.
swear, bro. When I say I'm a fan of the show and I love you brothers, bro, I'm a fan of the show and I love you brothers because like you don't know what you need until you get it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
I needed what you just said until you said it. I just almost fell out my chair. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because again, it's like so. God, people out there in the world, whatever. The Tinted Reality Show, it's not just dudes just on here talking, man. We have these conversations because you talk this way to your friends, right? You have these conversations in your barbershops, man. And if you're not having these conversations, then about building yourself up, about changing your family's trajectory, about being confident in how you speak and how you present yourself and how you navigate in this world, man. This is what we're trying to do here. And we love it when brothers like Jeremy come on because every time he hit the mic, he got that fire.
Mhm.
You feel me? Because confidence breeds confidence.
It does,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? And iron sharpers iron, man. And anybody can be a fair weather leader, bro. Anybody can lead when it's convenient and when it's 70 degrees outside with a cross breeze out of the northeast and everybody is happy and everything, the roses are blooming and shit. But be a leader and be heard, understood, and acknowledged when it's grimy, when it's thunderstorms out, when you got it in the mud and you got to lead your people through all this madness and navigate these spaces, bro. That's when you're extending or transcending to the next echelon of who you are meant to be. That's where
Absolutely.
that passion is, man. That's
Yeah.
anybody can navigate and lead the troops when it's show up, hit motor pool on
Yeah.
Monday. Hey, ain't everybody leading out in the war zone, buddy. It's a select few. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And recognize your individual battlefields and grow your own Wakandas, bro. Grow your circles. Your individual Wakandas have got to be lock, stock, and barrel with people who one genuinely care about your happiness and your success, and two, who want to see you succeed and be every single thing, the best version of yourself that you can be, bro. And a lot of people, y'all right earlier when you said that not everybody don't have that. Everybody not putting those people in those circles. And it's a failure of recognition of who's in those circles.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The young female rapper? She said, I only want people around me that want to see me elevate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only want people around me. I think it's Coley Ray. Oh, I forget her name. But she fire. I like the little shorty. She be coming with
Yeah.
that fire. But that's real talk. Only surround yourself with people who want to see you elevate, and in turn,
Yeah,
you
man.
elevate them. You
Yeah,
elevate
because
them.
you ain't worried about battling them.
Come
I'm saying
on.
like we get so distracted with people that don't want us to be successful or are
Mm.
envious of that we spend half our energy and focus on them so that we don't get to be use our superpowers to elevate to your point, right?
Come
But if
on.
Mike's got my back, Rio got my back, man, I can truly be the best version because it's all genuine, right? And we're going to your point, we're gonna elevate together because you
Yep.
sharpen me, I'm sharpening you, we sharpen Rio, right? Like that's what it's all about. But we have too many people that don't want to wait their turn, right? Like everybody wants to be successful at the same time. And it's not
Yep.
that, as you said, there's levels to this, right? It takes time, right? So Fikes may go first, man, great. I'm happy for you. Rio's going second, great. Because at the end of the day, y'all two gonna make sure that I come with you
Yes, sir.
eventually. So there's no point being upset about me not going first or second. I'm gonna get there eventually, right? But we don't process that. We're so focused on everybody else and like, man, nah, I can't let Fikes get ahead of me that I distract Fikes from being the best version of himself. I'm a detriment to him.
Yeah.
And that we get so caught up in that more often than we need to. And that's what sucks right now. It really does suck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You had some more than that. You was about to. I see
Nah,
your, I
because
see your
I
mouth
still
crack
got
open.
some.
Like he about to say some
The
deep shit.
the bigger your army, the less likely and the less scared you're gonna be to fail. You know what I'm saying? And by going third, your path is probably actually gonna be easier than both of ours.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna learn from our mistakes, our missteps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say, hey, don't take this step, take this step because this is where I messed up. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So you don't have to always be first across the line. Just cross the line.
But I'm gonna tell you a story. I had a friend of mine that man, he went first, right? But he was in the process, he buried people along the way.
Oh.
Become first.
Yeah.
And he became quickly last after that, right? Like once he buried his last body, success went quickly right after that.
Oh.
And he was below ground zero, baby.
Ah.
So like that, yeah, that's the thing people have to understand is that, man, like as long if our job, our mission in life is to bring people with us, right? It's to
Come on.
man, that's we are enough, but everybody's enough. But you gotta make sure that you make them feel enough as they elevate, so that we can all do it together. But the moment I start burying Fikes and Rio to make sure I'm enough in front of everybody, so I get more likes, right, and more views, that's the moment that I'm gonna lose everything that I really built, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's some fortunate people that don't have that, but there's more people that will go through that same stage and that same cycle than the people that won't. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that you always keep in mind your circle, who you want to build, and take care of them along the way, because they're gonna take care of you. They're the ones that will keep you in line at all times, man. And this is the first time I can tell you in my life that I have the best supporting cast I've ever had. I'm not looking on my shoulder like, man, are they worried about this? Are they judging this? Man, I don't care. Like, man, like we talk about each other, but that's in joking manner. But man, they're my biggest fans, right? Like they treat. I mean, it's like I'm like big deal, but they're like, yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. I'm like, all right, I guess it is, right? Like that's how it should be, right? Like everything should be a celebration. Every small thing, man. If I got promotion, great job, right?
Yeah.
But we get so accustomed to not being grateful or seeing those things, right? Like, man, I had the best review I've had in a long time, right? And I was like, damn. But in my head, I was like, I'm criticizing myself.
Right.
My wife is like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, dude, you're a tripper. But I needed her to say, hey, you're good. You did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Or I would have stayed in that same mentality because that's where I want to stay at, right? But we got to have more people that are cheerleading for us and supporting us. And Rio will call me at the right time, like, hey, Jay, what's going on? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He always catch me at the right time. Well, right time, I'm like, oh, he got me. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But I need that, right? In my head, I was like, man, you're right. And honest to goodness, when he hit me, I was like, you know what? I got to get on this podcast with this man. I didn't listen, but I ain't jumped on the mic and I was like, man, had he not called me, I wouldn't have probably been on here tonight. But man, just because of that, I was like, man, that's my dude. I got to get on there, But it's those little wins, man, and that's why we did this 5 behaviors thing. I'm actually getting 5 behaviors certified.
Oh.
And one of the main things that's on the foundation of that pyramid is trust, right? And you realize how many people don't trust each other when you really ask those hard questions. And so the top of that pyramid is results, but that pyramid, most times you can't get to those results, or those results may be short-lived, and then everything turns upside down because there's no foundation, right? There's no trust. We don't build anything. We don't have a same focus, right? Y'all are focused on building Tinted reality show. Like that's y'all's focus.
Tinted reality media.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But y'all focus on building. That's y'all's goal, right? But y'all build trust. Y'all have conflict. It's like you said earlier, man. Like if I know when Rio's off, I know when Fikes, y'all can build on. So it builds up to having 5 conflicts. So when y'all get there, y'all are killing it. But a lot of what we're doing right now and what people build, it does not have all those layers. There's no trust in anything, right? And again, it goes back to we don't have those same right people in our corners, so we can't have no trust. And we don't have people accountable to have healthy conflict. Say, hey, Rio, hey, Fikes, what you're doing is wrong right now. Sometimes it takes that. Hey, we need to pivot here.
Yeah.
All right, we need to hit a detour. We need to do this. But a lot of times we don't have those people that will help us do that. And so we're going to make more mistakes. Or it takes 3 or 4 years longer to get to where we need to be. Well, if we just would have had Fikes say, hey, Jeremy, we just need to do this.
Tighten up the shot group.
Yeah. That'd have been it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
But I think to sum up what you were saying basically is, if you're burning bridges while you travel up the ladder, who's going to be there to support you?
Yeah.
You need it.
You buried everybody.
You buried
exactly.
You buried. Ain't nobody left, man.
Nobody left, bro.
To that I say, that's the easy way. Think about it. Because if I can make you look smaller, then a little bit of shine that I do get looks brighter. It makes it look like that's a temporary shine, because it makes it look as if you're not on my level. And all I did was just diminish your light just so I can just appear just to be a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people,
that's an ego part, though.
Yeah, that's the ego part, right? That's the ego part, because subconsciously or consciously, people know that they got to do very little bit of effort to smear somebody to make themselves look better. That's low hanging fruit, B. That's low hanging fruit. Anybody can pick that shit. A 3-year-old can pick that shit. You know what I'm saying? But true work, it's harder to hit your wagon to somebody else and say, "Come with me." That's more weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's more weight, because you got to operate with their best interest, your best interest as well. And then, like I said, that trust has to align to get those results. And again, bro, that's so many dreams. Shit, bro, you can look historically at some of the best bands, that ever create music. Their processes, when the trust wasn't there, so the results they weren't aligned in that process, because you can't skip the process to get to the results.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of the best people, some of the best bands in history.
They want all the light, man. They want all the limelight. And
I want to tell people, you need to find people in your life that you can take the mask off around.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see the true you, and they're going to give you their true opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may wear a mask all day, but I know when I get around you guys, I don't have to keep that mask on. Right. I can actually let you guys know what's going on in my life. Right. And you're actually going to care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
like, it allows you to recharge.
Exactly. Find people in your life that'll help you keep some pages out your file cabinet. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
Pages out your file cabinet.
Yeah. I love that.
Hey, and if you I'm about to get hood. If you ain't got nobody, then listen to the Tinted reality show. We got you. Exactly. We care, people. We care. That's a shameless plug, by the way, man. Hey, man.
You can always email us at tintedrealityshow@gmail.com.
Come on, man. That's
Is it
that's
show?
that's love over
I
here.
haven't said it in a while.
No.
My
You
bad.
perfect. You perfect. I'm talking to everybody else. Like, shoot us an email,
Oh,
man. We look forward to
yeah.
the dialogue, man. And check out Tinted Media Reality at shit Tinted Reality Media.com.
.com.
Yeah, tintedrealitymedia.com, man. And Jeremy, let people know where they can find your book at, sir.
Oh man, they go on Amazon.com, man. Discovery Leadership, bro. Discovery Leadership, man. Yeah, man. That's where it's at, brother. That's where it's at.
I'm looking forward to a book, a chapter in your next book called The Bridge Generation.
You know what? I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming.
I think it'll be beautiful, man, because
Yeah.
there's so much material there.
It's so deep, bro.
Yeah, and honestly, I think a lot of people of our age group don't really look at ourselves that way. I know we was getting ready to end the show, man, but it's shit, you know what I mean?
There's no set times to end anything.
Yeah, we ended when we ended. Shit, fuck it, whatever. But um, I think that we don't look at it that way, man. You can look at it from so many different points of view. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the technology, standpoint, we got it. We was 18, 19, 20. We was
Yeah.
becoming
Yeah.
young people and adults. So we navigated. So now when I look at my 4-year-old, again, born with a freaking iPad in his hand, I'm like, damn, he came out with an iPad. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
the tool, the knowledge that we have that we can instill in them, and how they can harness that technology, that information, and that energy to be something beautiful. God, like the possibilities are endless for these guys, man.
If they understand the sword they have in their hand, they know it's a
Come
deadly weapon.
on, come on,
Absolutely.
bro. I swear to God, I'm still
Yeah.
operating on high school motivation right now. I ain't even tapped into the adult me yet. I'm that, bro.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
I'm serious, bro.
Exactly.
When I say we built different, we built different. You mean it's saying, come
Yeah.
on, man. I'm still motivated
So,
by shit from my childhood. Imagine when I
yeah.
start, God willing, I get older and I start tapping into the shit that I went through in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all, man, come on, B, y'all ready?
You still hearing the ghosts from the childhood. Yeah.
Come on,
The
man.
echoes.
I'm still trying to make my
Yep.
mama proud. B, come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Y'all
At
better,
40,
y'all better keep up, dog. They ain't real. They don't feel us real.
they don't understand.
She
That's
been proud, bro.
come
But
on, man. That's
Fikes, let
why.
me ask you this question though. Let me ask
Mhm.
you this question. So are your sports?
I didn't hear you broke up.
Are your kids all in the sports?
No, my middle son is. He loves soccer. That's his thing. The other, well, one's 4,
Yeah.
and then my 13-year-old, he isn't. He's a special one. I love him dearly. But the guy, he loves to read. He brings me stock tips on a daily basis.
That's
He's like
dope.
he likes the code. Like he's my intellectual. You know what I mean? He'll be the
Hey,
one that
okay with
Yeah.
yeah, he'll be the one that go to like an Ivy League and come home and think he better than somebody.
yeah. But you're okay with that, right?
Oh, 100%, bro. 100.
But that's that bridge, right? Like
Yeah.
your dad would have been, boy, you better get out there because I listen, I listen to my dad all the time. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go to football games. We're like, why is he gonna play football? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah. What? Why
Why
are
are
we
you
doing
picking
that?
his route?
Yeah.
yeah, like
Why are you building his road for him?
If he
like he
wants to go play, then cool. But
yeah, if you can, but if like he can make millions of dollars not playing sports. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
Exactly.
and so like I think that's the biggest shift.
And he
yeah.
can do
That
it by
my wife,
16.
yeah,
He only had to
you
be
know,
adult.
no, but we can teach him these things now. It's like you said, man. He's bringing stock tips. He can learn the game now and
Now
start making money now.
I was
Hey,
like
here's
38.
your allowance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here's your allowance. You work this money out in this. What do you think?
Yep.
And that's where it's
Start
at, man.
throwing him
Like
$20 and be like, hey, work this $20.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we didn't have that look. We didn't know nothing about that. And that's not shut our parents didn't know what they didn't know, right? Like my mom's
Right.
in the stocks now. She gets excited, like, hey, I just learned this, right? And I'm excited to be part of that with her, right? Like,
Yeah.
but we get to get these guys in there earlier, right? We get to learn that stuff and pass that crap on down. That's what's up. Like to your point, that veil is gone, right?
Yeah.
That everybody knows. Now we know how to make money.
Yeah.
It's real estate, it's stocks. We know all the tricks of the game.
Come on.
Now it's about putting in the effort to get it, right? So now all you have to do is bring that military as far as structure. Hey, this is what I need you to do. And you're still gonna be respectful. When you become this brilliant person out here at Harvard, you still gonna come back and you're gonna still say, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? He got some
Yeah.
stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Don't forget your roots.
yeah, when he's leading his company, then your leadership skills, you can pass that on down, right? It's still the same bridge. It just ain't gonna be the way that we used to have it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Come on.
our parents wanted us to follow them. They ain't gotta follow us no more, man. Like I look at my son, like, dude, you do what you want to do. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your biggest fan. Whatever you do, you're doing something, right? And there's no reason why you can't do any, like you can whatever you want to do. Like there's so many avenues to make money nowadays. You can do it. I'm gonna support you 100%, but it doesn't have to be a sports route. You know what I'm saying? Shay for us.
Yeah.
Ain't gotta be no sports route.
You gotta be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to be an athlete. You have more than 3 choices. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
a rapper.
The world is old.
You're a rapper. Bro.
a rapper, yeah. but hey,
I
quick,
forgot about that. Yeah.
yeah, I love that, man. Let's explore that just for a brief moment. Then we'll let the people go. I feel like we're holding them hostage. But that being said, think about the mindset of where there was a generation before us that thought that these are the only avenues in which a black man could be successful.
Yeah.
That's some powerful shit when you break it down, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They like either you got to dribble out, be good at basketball, or you got, you know what I mean, or you got to run to be good fast with a football.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people within that same yoke, right? They were more than that. A lot of people that were a lot of these guys that ran these corners on these streets, bro. They could easily be project managers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They could be CFOs, bro, because they handling money. They got the grams down. They got
and they understand structure.
They understand structure. They could be chemists. Like this. Think about that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And by any right, you look at some of the most successful drug dealers in history, right? They've managed budgets and managed books that sees far exceeds a lot of these current companies that operate right now.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, man. I saw a quote that said, "You got more people that were drug dealers that are better at businesses than people that get 6-year degrees."
Yeah.
I was like, when I thought about it, that sunk in. I was like, man, I was like, they so right. Like that quote was spot on.
Wow.
Right? Like I mean, you think of Frank Lucas and all those guys, man, they were legit. I mean, running
big time, millions of dollars. That's crazy, bro.
$1 million.
Think about how successful some of the drug dealers or their kids would be if what happened to Donald Trump happened to them, where their dad just gifted them $1 million and was like, start a company.
A small loan of $1 million.
Exactly. Small loan.
Hey, we gotta be precise on these airwaves, sir.
Yeah.
You're right, small loan, my bad.
Yeah, but real talk.
Weekend spending change.
Think about like we didn't we generationally, right? A lot of people before us they didn't even have the benefit of benefiting from a windfall, even when like in the unfortunate passing of somebody in their family, because they didn't have family life insurance like that. You know what I mean? Like they could even benefit from a windfall. Like so many people that's a big windfall can create generational wealth or change the trajectory. Matter of fact, how did Master P start his daggone how did Master P start his record company? His grandfather passed, right? They gave his grandfather the wrong medicine at the hospital when they took him in and they killed him. And they settled on the daggone lawsuit. He took that 10 grand that he got to start No Limit Records.
Dope.
Did not know that.
And we talking hundreds of millions of dollars later, bro. Come on, man.
Hundreds of lives changed by that.
Yeah, man. So and those things, man, whether we're we're leveraging our 9 to 5s, whether we're leveraging our good credit if we have it, whether we're leveraging our mortgages, our entrepreneurial know-how. There's so many different ways to
Yeah.
go out there, man, and show cats how to get it, bro. Like I take my dad for a quick
Yeah.
example, man. Then I'll let you guys breathe on it. When I was like 12, I think, I don't know. I've been blown up a couple times. I can't remember that good, but I roughly I was 12, and my dad had a cleaning company when I was 12, and we would go and help. Right, we would go and help vacuum, dust off office spaces or whatever. And I'm looking at this thing right now. I have a cleaning company, right? And my kids are that same age, and they come and help
Yeah.
me and earn that same money. But have my dad not planted that seed, I wouldn't think that this would be a possibility for, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, that's just one of many hustles, that I'm currently
Right.
navigating in. You know what I mean? But just that one little seed, let me know that this is possible. And it did my
Mhm.
heart joy, bro. My dad was visiting, and I had my dad at the
Yeah.
job. I was at the job, and my boys was at the job. Boy, I could have died a happy man that day. It's like it
Yeah. Yeah.
was, you know what I mean? Like it was just so fulfilling to that. Like, yo,
Cause you
you
got the
started,
irony of it. Yeah.
yeah, the irony of it. Like, yo, you started this shit, bro. We talking 30
Yeah.
years later, dog. It was so
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
That's dope.
But that's what
That's
we are,
dope.
man.
No, that's dope.
That's what we gotta teach our kids, man. I be on mine every day, bro. Every day. And it's funny because when you bring me a stock, like he brought me Lionsgate today, and we're looking at the 52-week high of Lionsgate Entertainment and how they navigate it. He went, Dad, I want Lionsgate. I'm like, but why? You know what I mean? And so we broke down the I showed him how to break down the actual books of the stock that he wants. Like every day he bring me a stock, I give him a different lesson. Hey, son,
Dope.
this is the trajectory of this, and this is why this is a good buy. He bring me some good buys. Sometimes I'm like, shit, I'm on Pfizer right now because he brought me Pfizer. Like I'm like, hold on, bro,
Yeah.
I'm up a little bit. This booster, y'all. Hey, go get your boosters. Go get y'all go get your
Yeah.
vaccinations out, man. I'm trying to get my money up. You know. But
Mm-hmm.
my 13-year-old brought me that stock, bro.
Yeah.
He owns shares in Pfizer right now because he brought it to me, and we looked at the books and we looked at what was to come, and that was well
Yeah.
before they even start talking booster, bro. That was before they start talking this vaccination shit. My kid brought me that stock. Crazy shit.
That's
That's what's up.
crazy.
Yep.
That's good stuff, man.
So
That's amazing
we eat
stuff,
out
bro.
here, B, and we just trying to make them better than us, man. Like again, it's like an 85
That's it.
Cadillac. An 85 Cadillac don't look shit like a fucking 2021 Cadillac. It ain't got no bells, no whistles compared to that 2021 Cadillac. It was a good, reliable
Hate
Yeah.
that.
vehicle. It had a big body, a big steel bumper. You know what I mean? It can ride all day. You can ride the slab. Man, everybody loved old Broham back in the day. But that
Mm-hmm.
2021 Cadillac, it built different, shorty. It drive itself. See what I'm saying? So with each
Yeah. Yeah.
generation, these kids are supposed to be better than us. My kids are supposed to be better than them. And if I'm providing the right juices in them cats to make it so, then that's my mission. That's my mission. You
Man,
feel me?
I love that.
But look at what you did. You took something that you love, which is studying and learning about stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I seen you when you was here. Like you act like that joint was due. It was like a project due every day. Like you was studying that joint every day.
Yeah.
And like he picked up on your passion.
Yeah.
So he probably went on his own to find stuff and was like, well, damn, I wonder my dad know about this. And like that's now something y'all can bond over.
Real shit.
Yeah.
You don't even realize he's spending quality time with his dad and
And
you
making change.
imparting very nice wisdom on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man.
Might take an extra vacation every year because you got this stock money sitting over there. You know what I'm saying? He
Come
might
on,
have just
baby.
funded a vacation.
Come on, baby.
That's dope, man. That's deep. Good, man.
I
That's
love it,
really
man.
good,
Let's
man.
hey, y'all got any part? Y'all got any parting wisdom for the people?
You know I got something for you.
Jeremy's sitting outside, so we better get that brother some AC down there, Texas.
For them skeeters, get them.
Them skeeters get him.
Hey, look here, man. I got it right here, man. Look, I got, man. Look here, I got this nice little drop down, bro.
Come
So,
on, baby.
Oh,
no
nice.
worries coming
Oh
in,
my God.
drop down.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
know
I'm talking
saying?
about,
So
man.
I'm good, man. I got that.
I love it.
Boy,
I ain't
listen.
even hear it come down. That's how it was.
Me neither, man.
It's just smooth, baby.
We was looking at the sun earlier.
Come
You
on,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Bruh, God.
I'm gonna let Jeremy go first, though.
You
I'm
see
gonna let
how I'm
Jeremy go
smiling
first.
though, right? Like, God, dog.
Yeah.
You know, man, it's hard to follow Fikes on the last one, bro. That was
Yeah,
fire,
that was
man.
good. That was gold, right?
You know, because I think that's, man, if there's anything that's I'm super passionate about is trying to do what you're doing with your son, and you know, and building that. Like, I am like maniacal about trying to build something for my family and to let them be part of that, and then be able to like to go back to think that, to your point about the burying the bodies, I'm in this position I'm in now is because I elevated people with me. My old
Mm-hmm.
boss brought me in because of what I did prior life, right? Like he's like, I got you, Jay. And this job's allowing me to still be able to do other things like invest in real estate and work in real estate. I work in real estate, still do my mortgage loans and things like that. So, and that's getting bigger and better. And eventually my goal is to build something to where my wife gets to work for me, my kids eventually get to work for me, and it's something that they can come along with, you know what I'm saying? But that, what you're talking about is like our new dream. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, to your point, 85, that wasn't a dream for our parents. Our parents like, man, I just want you to do better.
That's it.
Our dream now is to build something special together and be able to let y'all walk into it and run it and own it. Like that's our new dream. So I think that's what's powerful about where we are, what we're doing, and what we are trying to accomplish as that bridge generation, but as really good men that really want to mentor and do better for those behind us. So um, my big hats off to you, brother, for what you're doing with your kids, man, and the lesson you're teaching. I just hope I can learn as much from you, bro.
Oh.
I like what you said. I think our parents wanted us to get away from living paycheck to paycheck.
No doubt.
And then we want our kids to get away from having to have a 9 to 5. Create your own. Figure out your lane. Because I'm not gonna pave it for you. You got to figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
You know, and then take on from there. And then so their generation is gonna be able to, like, the generation after them is gonna be able to think about skydiving and hang gliding and just doing crazy shit that we just never thought about because we've been so focused on the road and the trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna get to enjoy the fruits of our labor.
I love that.
And then my parting words are, you are who you are when nobody's watching.
Ooh.
So who are you in the dark?
Come on. I ain't following that. Hell, I'm gonna wrap this up. I ain't following that shit. I'm about to turn this damn camera off. Hell. You know what I'm saying? No, brother, I love y'all, man. Real talk, man. And everything 100 times over, bro. 100 times over. Yeah. I think it's okay to be successful. We have to change the narrative and give people permission to be great. Whatever that means to you, and to recognize the value of your time.
Oh, love that.
The clock is always moving forward.
Time is the investment.
Time is the investment, bro. Time is the investment, and you always losing it. You always freaking, withdrawing out of the bank when in regards to your time. And so you have to find a way to make your time, that the time that you do invest, wherever you invest it, you have to make it work for you to make the generation behind you better. And with that, I'm gonna leave it hanging right there, man. Tinted Reality Show, everybody. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Mr. Jeremy Mays, it's always a pleasure, sir, to have you in the building. You give me, boy, listen. Come on, man. I'm gonna need the Motivational Mondays back because they give me life. You feel me?
Come on, man.
They give me life. Keep bringing us onion, dog. Let's go. Hey, be on the lookout for some amazing podcasts that's coming to Tinted Reality Media. We got some stuff coming up in the month of August that we really think you're gonna enjoy. Some of the people have been previous guests on the show. We're gonna hopefully talk Mr. Jeremy and the Maze to start his podcast
Come on.
and getting jumping on the
Come on.
Tinted Reality Media family. You know, he already in the family.
Yeah,
just
he
need to
family
put-
blood.
Hey, matter of fact, just send us your motivational Mondays, man. We'll drop some wax to them and throw them on the website so people can always get them, bro.
I got
Come
you.
on,
bro.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it like that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, be great and don't be afraid to shine, man. In the meantime, anybody got anything else? We good?
No,
I just want to say, Jeremy, thank you for being
Yes,
gracious
sir.
with your time, bro.
oh man,
You know what I'm
this-
saying? Like, I always appreciate our phone conversations, but like, there's nothing like FaceTime, bro.
Come
Like,
on, man.
to get in here
Come
and
on,
then
man.
like to actually be able to pull your energy through the screen.
Come on, man.
Like, I really appreciate that, bro.
Come on, man.
y'all,
I
man,
don't want to get off right now.
y'all, man. I took so many notes today, man. So many nuggets. Man. I think today was more about y'all reviving me, bro. I think y'all had the energy today, man. I was just sitting here taking
Nah,
notes.
man, that thing is beautiful, man. But this is what you talking about when you say we have to change our conversations.
Absolutely.
This show, the Tinted Reality Show,
Yeah.
is that conversation.
Yes,
Is
yes.
that conversation, sir?
That and the fact that you gotta be with people that can fill your cup.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta surround yourself with people that can fill your cup.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it, man. Like, we celebrate everybody's wins on here, right? Literally,
Yeah.
everything. And I think we don't do that and say, hey, man, you're doing a great job being a father, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, think about how that makes you feel. Like, hey, this dude just said that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't celebrate each other enough. We don't celebrate ourselves because we so built and wired into just doing what we do that we don't take a minute to say, hey, man, great job, right? Or hey, man, I am doing a good job. We're not built that way. So,
Right.
man, celebrate small wins, man. So, yeah, I think this was all about tonight. I felt good, man. I felt great.
Me too.
Sure.
And you just drop both of y'all were dropping like so many gold nuggets, man. Like,
Look at my face.
I'm gonna be pulling them out my pocket later and just trying to figure out how to use them in my life, man.
Hey, look at my face.
I think levels of this gonna be a catchphrase for the weekend, bro.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if somebody listens to this episode, man, and it doesn't give them new life, man, they need to check their post, bro. I just said, because if they feel the way I feel right now, man, they're gonna have a beautiful week. They're gonna have a beautiful month. I wish upon them a
Yes, sir.
beautiful year. I wish upon them a beautiful life, man. In the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, live, love life, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.